Be honest, how many times have you lost a game and thought, if I just had a better deck, I would have won? What if I told you that the deck is only 20% of the reason you win and the other 80% is how you play? Today, I'm going to show you the truth about Clash Royale, the secrets that pro players use that don't rely on luck, don't rely on pay to win, and don't rely on crazy meta decks. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only win more games, you'll understand the game on a level most players never reach. And hey, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button right now, because I upload videos like this every single day to help you climb higher, stay calmer, and actually enjoy Clash Royale again. Part 1. Why most players never improve. Here's the tough truth. Most Clash Royale players plateau. They get stuck at a certain trophy range, play the same mistakes over and over, and then blame matchmaking or card levels. But the real reason is simple. They never analyze. If you want to break free from that cycle, here's your first step. Watch your own replays. Not just the wins, especially the losses. Ask yourself, did I overcommit? Did I defend poorly? Did I panic? Every mistake you catch is one step closer to breaking through your trophy wall. Think of it like this. Pros don't have magic hands. They just make fewer mistakes. And you can too, if you actually learn from your games instead of spamming the next battle button. Part 2. Mastering one deck. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it because it's the number one thing holding players back. Stop switching decks every 2 days. Here's the secret. Deck mastery beats deck variety. A pro with a mediocre deck will destroy a casual player with the best meta deck simply because the pro knows every timing, every cycle, and every matchup. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one deck and commit. Play at least 100 games with it. Learn the matchups. Take notes if you have to. That's how you turn yourself into a consistent winner instead of relying on luck. And yes, if you're watching right now and you're serious about improving, subscribe and join this community because I'll help you pick that deck and master it together. Part 3. The hidden power of Elixir. Now let's talk about Elixir, the most misunderstood resource in the game. Everyone knows it's important, but very few know how to truly control it. Here's the trick. Think of Elixir as an investment. If you spend 4 Elixir on defense, but stop their 8 Elixir push, you just made a profit. Stack enough of those profits, and eventually you're swimming in Elixir while your opponent is broke. That's when you launch your big push. Most players lose not because they don't know what to play, but because they waste Elixir. Dropping a 5 Elixir card to stop a 2 Elixir card? That's a loss. Playing a tank when you know they have Inferno Tower and Cycle? That's a loss. Every bad trade adds up until your tower is gone. Part 4. Defense first, offense second. Here's another mindset shift. Defense is how you win games, offense is how you finish them. Think about it. If you stop every push cleanly, your towers stay healthy and you eventually outcycle them. Your counter push will do damage naturally. But if you only focus on attacking, you're going to get crushed on defense and lose 3-1. Here's a pro trick. Always defend with counter push in mind. If you use Musketeer to defend, don't just let her die. Support her with a tank or throw a hog in front. Suddenly your defense becomes a threatening counterattack and your opponent is the one scrambling. Part 5. Card Cycle Awareness. Here's a skill that can instantly make you better, tracking your opponent's cycle. For example, if you're playing Hog Rider and you know they just use cannon, you count 4 cards. Until they play 4 more, they can't use cannon again. That's your golden window. This is what separates average players from great ones. Great players don't just play their cards, they play their opponent's hand. That's how you win games that feel unwinnable. Part 6. Mistakes you're probably making. Let's call some of these out because I see them every day. Overspending on small pushes. Don't use 7 Elixir to stop 3. Panicking against win conditions. Breathe, count, and defend calmly. Ignoring chip damage. A miner, a log, a little spirit, these add up. Playing too aggressively early. Remember, the first 2 minutes are about control, not all in attacks. Switching decks constantly. Mastery, novelty. If you fix just one of these mistakes today, you'll notice a difference in your win rate. Part 7. Building a daily routine. Here's the thing, you don't need to grind 50 games a day. In fact, that usually makes you worse because tilt takes over. Here's a smarter plan. Play 5 to 10 games max per day. Stop if you lose 3 in a row. Watch one replay after every session. Practice friendly battles with clanmates when you want to test ideas. Do this for one season and you'll see massive growth. Part 8. The CTA mid-video. Quick pause here. If you're still watching, that means you actually care about getting better. And that's exactly the kind of player I want in this community. So do yourself a favor, subscribe right now, join the family, and let's climb this ladder together. All right, let's keep going. Part 9. Tilt control and mental game. Let's talk about tilt because it ruins more players than bad matchups ever could. Here's the truth. Everyone tilts, even pros. The difference is how they handle it. If you're on tilt, don't force games. Take a walk, play something else, or just collect chests. Remember, Clash Royale doesn't reward stubbornness, it rewards clarity. A clear mind is your best weapon. Think of it like poker. The player who stays calm wins long term. The one who goes all in emotionally, they crash. Part 10. Putting it all together. So here's your action plan. Master one deck. Learn to track elixir and cycles. Focus on defense first, counter push second. Play fewer but smarter games. Watch your own replays. Protect your mental game. Do this, and I promise you'll be a completely different Clash Royale player in one season. And if this video gave you value, hit that like button so more players can find it, and subscribe right now for daily Clash Royale guides, tips, and strategies. Comment down below what deck you're currently using, and I'll reply with specific advice for your deck in Arena. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay patient, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next battle. Quick question. What's the most underrated card in Clash Royale? Most players will say something like Cannon or Knight, but the truth is there are cards people completely overlook that can actually win you games. Today, we're breaking down 3 underrated cards that can absolutely carry you on ladder, especially if you're free to play. Underrated card number 1, Skeletons. Yeah, just 1 elixir. People laugh at them, but skeletons can completely shift a game. They cycle your deck faster, pull tanks across the arena, and distract cards like Mini P.E.K.K.A. or Prince for pennies. In high-level play, skeletons are basically free defense. If you're not using them, you're missing out on the cheapest, most efficient card in the game. Underrated card number 2, Tombstone. Everyone runs Tesla or Cannon, but Tombstone is a hidden gem. It spawns skeletons non-stop, making it insane against Hog Riders, Giants, and even graveyard pushes. It forces your opponent to overcommit, and when it dies, those skeletons give you counter-push value. If you're stuck on ladder against heavy tanks, Tombstone will carry you. Underrated card number 3, Fire Spirits. Cheap, fast, and explosive. People ignore them, but Fire Spirits can wipe out minion hordes, bats, and chip towers when left unchecked. For just 1 elixir, they force out responses and give you constant value. Combine them with Hog or Miner, and you'll squeeze damage every time. That little splash is worth way more than people think. Here's the lesson. Underrated doesn't mean weak. It means underused. And if you're free to play, underrated cards are your secret weapon because you don't need them over-leveled to get massive value. They fit in almost any deck, they're cheap to upgrade, and they punish opponents who underestimate them. So here's your challenge. Build a deck today that includes at least one of these 3, Skeletons, Tombstone, or Fire Spirits, and test it out for 5 games. Watch how much value you get from cards you never gave attention to before. If this gave you a new idea for your next deck, hit that subscribe button and stick around, because tomorrow we're covering the deadliest combos in Clash Royale that can win games instantly if you play them right.